Welcome to Dallas Park and Recreation in the Know. I'm Monica Tete. Today, we're in the Oak Cliff section of Dallas at Moore Park, established in 1938 after Will Moore, one of the first African-American settlers here in Dallas. We're excited to be interviewing Chris McMaster, Dallas Park and Recreation Forester, as he gives us some insight on this historic park.
Hi, I'm Chris McMaster. I'm the interim parks manager and city forester for the Dallas Park and Recreation Department. This is one of the original parks that was designated for the African American community in Dallas. It's also the location of the very first baseball, softball field and the first golf course for that community. Moore Park is pretty wide open. Obviously we still have a baseball field here. We've got a small basketball court, a pavilion, some areas where people can gather and things like that. There still needs to be some updating and things like that to the park, but you can really tell the difference when you come to Moore Park. You walk through this area, this grove, and you enjoy the shade, especially in the spring and summer. It just feels different to be here around these grand old trees. And this process is significant because it seems like when we start looking at underserved communities, we always tend to go back and correct mistakes. In this case, we're starting with this community, and I think that that's significant. This grove of trees is very important. It's been here for decades. When we started researching this park, we found out that these trees were already mature in the early 40s when the park was actually purchased and designated. So they're pretty interesting and definitely witnesses to history. We handle everything that has to do with a tree. So whether that's tree maintenance, tree planting, in this case historic designations, whatever may come up, we're there, we're a part of that, and we oversee those processes. Any nomination has to be approved by council. So we work with our partners in the Texas Historic Tree Coalition. They've already actually submitted several different sites for nomination. Throughout that process, they reached out to me and asked me if I had any other sites that I thought deemed that status. And of course, this is the first park that kind of popped out in my mind because I've seen these trees. They're massive. We've done research. We've seen that these trees are in those photos. So it's a special site, and we're happy to be a part of it. There aren't any other parks currently that have this designation. We have some that we're nominating, and this is going to be among the very first, but Dallas as a whole has 0 historically designated trees. Dart's very close, and obviously we've got a connection to the Santa Fe Trestle Trail. It's probably as easy to access the park through the trail system or public transit as it would be to access it with a car. So it's very accessible. It's worth your time, and I think it's worth our development, our funding, to add to the needs inventory here at Moore Park. Come see Moore Park.
On this last day of Black History Month, we want you to be in the know.